everyone, in today's short tutorial we're going to build our sidebar and navigation links. So let's roll.
Go with Sloba.
Okay, so this is the current state of our sidebar component. We only have text, so let's go and add our links. So the component that we need is a sidebar component. So let's open the components folder, and inside of this folder we have this sidebar, the one that we created in the previous tutorial. The only thing that we're going to do here is we're just going to loop to the links array, and we created this inside of the utils folder. Here we have the links, and we want to loop through them and display the correct icons and the labels as well. So, and just let's make sure to actually export these links because we haven't done this. So export default links like this. And yeah, this is all that we need. So let's head over to our sidebar. We can close the links now, and inside of the sidebar, we first want to define this as a client component. So let's use client on the top. The reason why we need this as a client component is because we need to match the current path and actually style differently the active navigation link. So in order to do that, we will need a hook. So let's create a new variable and let's name it as path name. And this path name is going to be filled in from the result of use path name hook. So let's initialize it like so. And now inside of our return statement here, I want to remove this div and let's add a side element like this. And let's add some classes to our container. So let's add a class name. And first I want to add some padding on top and on the bottom. Let's add a 4. And then let's add some on the left and the right. Let's add 8. Also, let's add some BG color. So let's add BG muted like this. And let's add some height to be full like this. Okay. Now the very first thing on top, I want to display logo. So let's import logo. So import logo from @assets/logo like this. And now let's import image from Next.js. So import image from next/image. And now inside of the aside, let's add image component that we just imported. And as a source, we want to use logo. And let's add alt attribute and let's name it as logo as well. And here I want to add some classes. Let's centralize it. So let's add MX, so margin left and right to be auto. And let's set some maximum width to be 40 like this. Now let's add a container for our links. So I'm just going to add a div, and inside of this div we're going to have a class name, and I want to establish this as a flex, and the orientation is going to be columns, and I want to add some margin on top so that we can separate this from the image. And let's add a gap in between the links. So gap on top and on the bottom to be 4. And now we are gonna loop through the links and display the logo and label. So let's import the links. So let's import links from utils/links, and now we can just map through them. So here let's open the expression and links.map, and here we can access a link element, and let's just return buttons. So let's return a button and make sure to import this button from shadcn. And since the child of this button is going to be a link, we need to add as child property to this button. So actually it's not going to get rendered. As a key, we can use link.href. And I want to style separately what is the active link. So we can use variant for that. So let's add a variant. And here we can test if the path name, the variable that we created on top, is equal to link.href. So if this is an active one, we want to set the variant to be default. Otherwise, it's going to be styled as link like this. Okay. And now inside of our button, we want to place a link, and let's import this link from next link. So let's import link from next/link, and let's place this component inside of our button. So link, and this link is going to have obviously href, which is necessary. So link.href. Now let's add a class name, and let's define this as a flex, and we want to centralize our items. So let's use items-center, and let's add some gap in between these two items. So we're going to have the label on the right and the icon on the left. So let's add gap on the left and the right to be 2. And inside of this link, now let's just add a link icon. So this is the SVG icon, and we're going to add a span where we're going to have the text, and we can just call link.label like this. And let's add a class name here to this span just to capitalize this text. So capitalize like this. And let's save this, and this pretty much sums up all the things that we need for our sidebar. So let's preview what we have. And as you can see here, we have this logo on top, we have this nice background, and we have these 3 links that we have inside of our links array. And we have this active one highlighted. If you go and click on the jobs, we should get to a jobs page, as you can see. And now this one is active. And if you click on the stats, we should get this one activated and we get redirected or routed to a stats page. And this is all for this tutorial. In the next one, we're going to proceed with building the navbar. See you in the next one. And if you want to support my channel and get a full source code of every single video that I'm doing, feel free to check out patreon.com/codewithsloba to get full access. See you there.
Code with Sloba.
Thank you for watching the entire video. To see more videos like this, click here.